to do is remember to keep applying pressure when you use the screwdriver, and you want to use your thumb as a guide. Okay, so go ahead and put the screwdriver in the slot. Use your thumb as a guide, so you're actually putting your thumb right on the post and the screwdriver.
Let's get to it.
Okay, good. And you're unscrewing that. There you go. You know what? You can even put your thumb even farther on that. Yes. Because what you want to do is, you want to keep the pressure constant, and you want to keep the screwdriver as steady as possible. And then you should hear a little pop. Good.
I'm putting it
Like
back in.
You did.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Okay, and then your left-hand mechanism should start popping off too. So go ahead and take that off.
I think I just did that. Or did I do it right?
Oh, you just took off that C sharp key. Okay, which is fine.
This one?
Yes.
Okay. Oh well, I can clean it anyway.
Oh, this is.
So what part was I supposed to be taking off?
This part that popped up.
Oh.
But you can take that key off. Yeah, go ahead and take the
Alright.
C sharp key off too. Okay, this one doesn't want to. Maybe you did you get it screwed out enough?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, another thing.
Now.
Okay, Caroline just said take the left hand off first. Sometimes what you need to just do is take the thumb key off as well. You might want to start with the thumb key, because what happens is, if you look, when this is assembled, this key is hanging on the thumb key. So if you're trying to get this off, chances are, if it rubs up against this part of the thumb key, you might, it might get jammed, and this cork or whatever's on here, this material might just go ahead and fall off. So I guess we should say, let's take off, for our sake, let's take off the thumb key first. And the what you want to do is yeah, so you want to pull it out by that rod.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Good.
Sorry.
Alright. And then just go ahead and take that key off. And let's take the thumb key off. Now, the way to do this is you do mostly everything on the table except for the thumb key, right? So you want to hold your thumb key in your, are all of you right-handed? Okay, let's see. So you want to hold it in your left hand. And again, use your knuckle on your thumb as a guide for the screwdriver. Now I'm using my opposite hand, so we'll see how this goes. And again, keep constant pressure. There you go. And you may want to hold the screwdriver like right here in your hand. Okay. That's it. So you have more control over it. So all flutes are made differently. You just have to know what to look for. And instead of the point in the left-hand mechanism, they actually just have it on the post. And when she takes this hand off, you'll see another one sticking out on this post. And be really careful not to bend this.
Okay.
Because if you bend this, the mechanism won't go back on.
What did I say?
But that's,
What
Muramatsu does that a
That's
lot.
where they have like the screws in the
Mm-hmm.
Do I do something differently for that? Or just
Mechanical point of view.
what, like penless versus non-penless and like C-sharp chokies type thing? Or?
Yeah, you can look for, the addition of some keys, the different mechanism. That's good. What else would you look for? So now what you have to do is pull, see these springs over here? And the cork, so you kind of have to lift. That's it.
Okay.
So you have to do it at an angle. What other things would you look for in buying a new flute?
I look for the lightness, the spring action.
It's a lot easier that way.
Yeah.
But a couple things to be careful of. Can I see your flute for a second? when you're pulling out the G sharp screw, if you look at the key right now, it's cockeyed, right? So what you have to do with one thumb or one finger, you have to put the key back in, right. And then if you're using a pliers, you want to either, what I used to do when I first started doing this, so I wouldn't scratch a flute, I put a piece of blue painter's tape on the rib.
That's a neat trick.
Because if you look, I mean, if you look carefully, you can see like, I shouldn't say shoddy repair, but you know the difference between
Really
a
good.
repairman who's not
As a craftsman?
right, because they won't put marks on your flute. So what I'm doing is I'm making sure that the screw isn't hitting the paper at all. Right. And then I'm pulling the screw out like that while I have my finger holding it in alignment. So now it's your turn. Let me put that back in.
See, she does that. She'll get something apart and then put it back and hand it to you and say, okay.
Your turn. I want to say they're probably, what, 25,
Oh.
7?
Then I must have
Something like
looked for
that.
the wrong thing.
And I actually ordered it. I cleaned the screws and I also cleaned the posts. The rods would still be dirty. So all your hard work would be futile.
Well, I'm discovering that now.
So Karen, we were just talking hole drilled into the post. So you have to get the spring aligned in the spring hole without scratching the body of the flute. So that is definitely an art form to master.
It wasn't another my flute is special moment, was it?
No,
Okay,
this is
good.
good. Oops, I just put it in there for you.
Oh
There you go.
no, but
This is, I'm just kind of rolling it on the Scott towel, or the shop towel. But now I have to remember where my screws go.
And so it's like, okay, so this one plays better, so let's take this to the repair shop. And then they told him that repairs would be $200 or something. So
Mhm.
he ended up getting me. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, my thing is, wouldn't you, and check the pads, checked the tone holes, because sometimes if there's an up tone hole or if the tone hole becomes unsoldered, that could be a problem. So the tone hole wasn't, no, it wasn't your flute, but I'll have to show you guys that picture. Some flutes, and on most of the handmade flutes, except some forms of Howells, some forms of Haynes, the D key will just fall right off like hers did. So you want to make sure, and it'll look like this when it's still pinned together. So you want to make sure that you put that key back on before you put it on the flute.
yeah, that was just.
So next, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to show you some interesting parts of the flute. Give this a minute to warm up and we'll continue working. So, you are finished. You want to polish some of this wood? Sure.
Should we use a polishing cloth or the alcohol?
This is a lot more.
Either one. Whatever works best. Wow, yeah. And this was a new flute, and look at all the gunk that's coming out of it.
Oh my gosh.
When she got it, there was